All right, round two. Welcome. My name is Frank. I'm the CEO and operations manager of Project Psych. It's a program designed and developed to improve the outcome of our children in their adult lives, as well as in school, by helping them be more proactive and take an active approach to their mental, behavioral, and social health. As I said in the last one, the last meeting was way too long. So we're gonna share our screen. Unfortunately, I have to show you my close-up of my face before we go too far here. Let's get this up ready. There we go. That is absolutely not the button that I wanted to hit. There we go. Cool. Surviving is a statistic. Each day, 5% of the global population is noted and wakes up with the black dog syndrome, according to the World Health Organization. Right? That's not very good. That's the elbows on the table, right? Elbows on your knees, creating that shadow projection against the wall. It's a really unique take on depression, right? We on the outside are something, but our shadow displays, something entirely different from ourselves that might not be related to us at all, right? Depression is a monster of a disorder that controls so much, so many aspects of our conscious and subconscious mind. Each of our protagonist selves has an idle viewer, right? This idle viewer weighs the heaviest on our minds. And unfortunately, with these kind of stories, what we see is the chink in the armor complex, right? Like you wake up and you don't brush your teeth. You don't brush your teeth that evening. You have poor sleep hygiene. You don't eat the way that you should, and you have some vitamin and mineral deficiencies. Not great, right? Each one of them alone might not be so bad. Together they act as chinks in your armor, and they allow for depression to kind of sink its way in. Schools employed dare programs. When I was a kid, right, 31, they came and they would do like assemblies and things, and they got the point across, right? I think all of us are aware of the fact, all of us who experience those are aware of the fact that they probably could have been a more put together sort of operation. It probably could have been a little bit better all around, but they got the point across. They at least left us with something to think about. As a story, I'm an LPC in the state of Michigan and then the state of Virginia. And one of the things when I started I noticed was that major depressive disorder was very common, right? Like, and it would come in. And as I, seeded my grasp and became better at my practice, right? Depression never relinquished its grasp. Just through all the patients with psychosis, through all the patients with, borderline personality disorder, or, wanted to come in and talk about dissociative identity disorder for some reason, I almost every time you would hear about major depressive disorder, no matter how good I was, no matter what kind of background they came from, major depressive disorder was easily recognizable. If not the primary, it was definitely one of the comorbid symptoms. Try to hurry this one along. Project Psych was developed with that in mind, right? Mental health awareness is at its greatest point that it has ever been. That doesn't mean that we're doing anything with it. It's designed for children to encourage activities that are both learning and foundational, and as well as fun, right? These are related to those social, mental, and behavioral health aspects. We follow that kind of niche program structure like DARE that we saw in the 90s and early to mid 2000s. There are a lot of new governmental influences from the Biden administration right now, ever since kind of COVID and stuff like that as well. They manage the goals. They are providing kickbacks for schools and companies who are working to improve mental health awareness. Why should you care? Target market, obviously at this point, K through 12 students, right? We can see through trends from the USAFX or the National Center for Education Statistics that the number of students in school exceeds 58 million and is continually growing, although we see a little bit of a plateau effect going on that's happened a couple times throughout the years. Increasing trends in youth mental health problems has increased to more of a 1 in 10 sort of structure, according to Santilli. General practice is reactive in nature, right? As an emergent problem occurs, we go, well, let's look at it after it's already, set root and is causing problems. At projects like we've decided it's finally time to be proactive. We're going to take advantage of these increasing class sizes and the safety zones, the improvements to these safety zones, smart boards, things along that, better assembly halls. All of these schools that are improving their resources will be able to help us get across the points that we are so desperately trying to make to improve these kids' lives. There's a large opportunity for financial growth. Obviously, there's a risk financial aspect here. As student trends increase, it's only you can only theorize that so would our presence and our footprint. Set the stage, right? Early management. Project Psych is in the late stage of the expansion phase. It's evident through evaluation of current data and adaptation to the variables we didn't predict, right? The things that showed up after. Management involves myself, again, Frank, CEO, Operations Manager, LPC, MA, and DBH student at Arizona State University. I oversee the financial production and human resource teams. They oversee a number of select groups underneath them. Our current advisory and consultation is done from external sources to make sure that they are the most neutral that they can possibly be. Growing list of teams is in the work, expected to either diversify the teams that we already have or relinquish some of the pressure or release some of the pressure rather that is placed upon them. The goal with assumptions on our financial analytics right now, new team every 2 years or so. So as we complete the training of 1 2-year team, the onboarding for a different is occurring. Business, very much a research informational or developmental model. It could be argued that we do have a merchandising / consultation sort of style, but we need to further analyze kind of like what we do as a whole as an organization and refine a few of those components. Project Psych maintains assets exceeding $500,000. We own our facility. We don't really have any loans. There's really not too many collection charts out. The assumptions of our fiscal growth, we typically remain conservative. We use a 10% number, but over the last few years that we've been open, it's commonly exceeded 15% growth annual. Financial portfolio, we're very much in Q1 of 2024. We are on track to meet these sort of metrics. I really want to draw your attention, although there's a lot of numbers down here. Research and development is the key. Tried to highlight and drag there. Research and development is the key, right? 80 grand. This is why you're investing in us. We want this to improve. As an owner, obviously I take some money. I don't care about this, right? This could be zero. This is just, a little bit of icing on the cake. For me, I don't care about this. I want this number to increase, right? I want this number to be as responsible and as efficient as it can possibly be, right? A guitar that is $5,000 to $7,000, it starts to lose how much value you get for your dollar compared to a guitar that's $700 to $800 and it's just as good as being a guitar. It just might not have the fancy wood inlays or anything like that. Highest cost for pretty much anything is our income taxes and our operations. We expect to make $136,353 net profit to add to our asset portfolio. Why join, right? Project Psych is an organization supported through you, right? Annual evidence and feedback groups from schools show that we are improving, show that they want more of this. This is your chance to put your hat in financially, put your hat in with your influence. To gain some strengths and some shares in the company. By no means do we need all the financial help in the world. We're not trying to bail ourselves out and secure ourselves in the future. That's one of those things. We want some of these programs, this research, these new teams to come in sooner. We want to be able to globalize more efficiently and hire culturally appropriate individuals who can teach us to do more research and development. Your fiscal opportunity to help us increases those sort of goals. This is italicized for a reason, right? Put your name on the new frontier of mental health research and social ethics. Become a supporting member and work to further improve the opportunities for those who follow in our footsteps, right? This is not just us anymore. We need to pay attention to these younger generations. And as we as a company continue to impact 58 million lives. Those 58 million that we talked about, the 60 million next year, right? As we further the opportunity for us to improve on this, your name can be all over it, right? You can join this, you can provide us insight, you can help us improve, you can give us ideas, you can come visit us, whatever it is. Be a part of the new mental health opportunity. Got a references sheet. Hopefully this is 8 minutes and short and does not take your guys' time. I appreciate your time this evening so much. Thank you.